Manmukh khoya, gurmukh laadhaa. Who has lost the life's diamond and who finds the life's diamond? Here is a very simple way to define manmukh and gurmukh. If you identify yourself with what you already know, you're a manmukh. If you identify with what you don't know, then you're a gurmukh, because there's a possibility of learning from somebody. A manmukh is someone who gives priority to their own mind, own opinions, and they're unwilling to expand and learn. And if there is expansion and learning, it's only if it makes sense to their current worldview. Otherwise, they're not willing to give up the entire canvas, if you understand that gist. Gurmukh is someone that understands that what I know up until now has not led me to the joy that I've been chasing. Therefore, something is wrong. And if to correct this, I have to rewrite the entire canvas, if I have to repaint my entire mental canvas, I'm willing to do it. Because I don't know enough yet. I don't know. That's why I'm here. I'm willing to learn from somebody. I'm willing to try it out. Their worldview is larger. They're open to clarity. They're open to re-understanding. And they're identifying with what they don't know. Hey, I don't know it. They're willing to learn. That's a gurmukh. Who is giving priority to someone that is at a higher level than they are. But a manmukh is saying, no, what I know is what's best. Sakhi, that one that Swamiji tells all the time, is when Guru Nanak Dev Ji says to Bhai Naina Ji, climb the tree, shake it, and fried pancakes will fall and sweets will fall down. People think, what's the point of this? What's the point of doing this type of action with somebody? We need miracles and fantastical things to happen very quickly as well. And Swamiji says something here, we're not satisfied with living very simply and letting the transformation happen naturally. We want something very that elicits some feeling in us, like a miracle or a fantastical thing, something that's entertaining, that will capture the mind. But living in simplicity almost destroys the mind, and people don't want to do that. But I'll tell you now, simplicity is a sign of intelligence. If you look at scientists, if you look at bhagats, look at how Tesla lived, Einstein lived, Marie Curie lived. Look at how these people lived. Even today, scientists that are at the cream of, like the top of the top, they're really intellectually doing something. Look at how they live. Very simple life. Bhagats, Bhagat Kabir, Bhagat Namdev, Bhagat Farid Ji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji, very, very simple living. Why? Why is simplicity a sign of intelligence? It basically means that they're investing their energies in something that is more valuable than collecting objects. Their inner energies are being invested in something. And the natural result of that is that the rest of their life looks very simple, right? Not worrying too much about how my clothes look or how big my house is, or so these types of things, collecting things, because their energy is being invested somewhere else in something more valuable. For a scientist, that's exploration, discovery. For a bhagat, that's inner exploration and inner discovery. So you see, simplicity is possibly, it's not always, but a sign of intelligence, because their energy is being invested in something more valuable than collecting objects. Ibrahim went to his guru, Khidr, and his guru told him that when I was a shish, Khidr is saying, when I was a shish, my guru made me do seva for 12 years. And they didn't tell me anything, no clarity, no gyan, no prakash. And then after 12 years, they told me how to do sadhana. And then after doing sadhana, then they started to tell me about the inner world. But today, people don't have that level of patience. I mean, think about what Buddha said to Mahakashyap, sit under that tree and watch your breath for 1 year. For 1 year, that's all you need to do. And then I'll come back to answer your question. But this level of patience, we don't have this level of patience, but we want to become the next Buddha. We want to be Pailana. We want to be like Guru Nanak Dev Ji. We want to get to Baba Deep Singh Ji's level, or so forth and so forth. But on this pathway, there is sacrifice required. Every single moment, every single crossroad, there's going to be a choice that you have to make. And some choices will compromise your meditative ability and your meditative time. And then you have to make the choice. Can I sacrifice what the world naturally views as valuable for meditative time and quality? That can be a big choice. It can be a small choice, but you're going to come across crossroads where you're going to have to make these sacrifices. Otherwise, within this limited 80-year time cycle, it's just not possible. It's not possible for you to do everything. And it's technically not possible to be so invested on the outside world and having inner development at the same time. They're two opposing energy directions. Wanting enlightenment in today's day and age is not enough. You have to make the sacrifice. You have to do the sadhana. And the greatest sadhana is putting your own mind aside and listening to the Guru. So a manmukh, the answer is the manmukh loses the life's diamond and a gurmukh finds the life's diamond. Swamiji here made a note that those in positions to teach you, whether they're pracharaks, kathavachaks, so forth and so forth, mostly they don't have the life's diamond themselves. And the way that you can see that is, have they lived their life where they surrender to somebody? What they're telling you to do, surrender to a guru, have they done that as well? Have they surrendered to someone alive? Did they do their seva? Did they learn from them? Did they work on self-transformation? I mean, think about it. If Guru Amar Das Ji, obviously they went to Pailana Ji, did 12 years of seva, got the gyan, became enlightened, then became the Guru. But let's just say Guru Amar Das Ji, they used to go for 22 years. They used to go to Haridwar for 22 years. And then one day they just started to sit on the stage and started doing katha. You should do all of this, you should do all of this, you should do all of this. But the person can ask, have you done any of this? And actually, there was a Pandit who they sat down with, and the Pandit asked them, who's your Guru? And at that time, Guru Das Ji replied as, I don't have a Guru yet. And that Pandit had said, now I need to go take a bath at the Ganga so I can rid myself of the sin that I sat with someone who is a Nigura. And the Shabad comes in Gurbani, Nigure ka hai nao bura. That's when Guru Das Ji realized, I need to find a Guru. Otherwise, this every year going to Haridwar thing, it's not going to, the clarity isn't coming from it. You can gain pun from it, but Gyan Anjan Gur Diya, Agyan Andere Binas, Har Kirpate Sant Petya, Nanak Man Pragas. Then they found that the Guru was within their own family as their in-law, and they surrendered to Pailana Guru Angad Dev Ji, and so forth. So those people that are in these positions of teaching you, have they done the things that they're telling you to do? Have they surrendered to someone? Seva. Have they learned from them? Have they worked on self-transformation? Those that actually have life's diamonds, they're usually not famous. And they live very simply. But that's where the diamond is.